Hello, my name is Dylan Johnson, and I will be talking to you about FTP and OpenSSH. First off, be sure that you have VS-FTP and OpenSSH properly installed. And once that is confirmed, open up a terminal and type in SSH, then username and at whatever FTP server you are trying to access. As you can see in the example below, I have in quotes SSH_DTE at FTP_server. Now, you should get a message asking to confirm the authenticity of the ECDSA key fingerprint. So, since you are aware of which server you are typing in, you can pretty much just say yes. But if you are unsure, it's the first time you're ever using the FTP server, it may be better to say no until you can confirm it's the right one that you're trying to get to. Now, after this, you will be prompted to enter a password. Please note that the password will not appear as you type it in, so be extra careful about spelling errors or capitalization or any issues like that. If everything is done correctly, then you should see a terminal version of the operating system of the server. So if you are trying to connect to a Linux server, you'll see a root or whatever permissions that the user you logged into has. Now that you have confirmed that the SSH actually does work, please download, if you have not already, an FTP client. For this example, we'll be using WinSCP. Now, once you open the client, you'll see it ask for a hostname, port number, username, and password. The hostname is the IP address of the server. The port number is the port that is trying to connect through. 22 is the default SSH one. The username is the login that you're trying to log into. The password is the password to the username you just entered. And if you're using WinSCP like I have here, you'll see a private key file option. This option authenticates to the server who the client actually is. While it's not necessary, it is recommended that you use this. So, if you have successfully logged in, two little side-by-side screens should pop up. One would have your files and your hard drive files on the left, and on the right, it should have the FTP servers. So, in this screen, depending on what your permissions are, you should be able to upload, download any file that you have or wish to get. So, for an example, as you see here, I have Dylan documents on the left and SUSE server documents on the right. If I so chose, I could move any of those files on the left side over to the right, and it would upload to the server without issue. Or vice versa, I could get new document and move it over to the left, and it would download to me. Very simple, and this has been the way to set up FTP and SSH.